Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Scotiabank Concacaf League. We're coming to you live from Estadio Cuscatlán for the first leg between Club Deportivo Aguila and Real Estelí. The beautiful city of San Salvador plays host for the first appearance of both teams in this brand new tournament. This is the great opportunity for the Central American and Caribbean teams to participate in this brand new tournament. As we see the pitch conditions, 84 degrees Fahrenheit, no chance of rain tonight, which is great for soccer, and no wind as well, as we see some of the fans already waiting. The teams are getting set to go in this new tournament. This is only the third match. Last night we have two matches when Chorrillo got the first win and the first goal in CONCACAF League history against Honduras Progreso. We will look onto details of this new tournament. I can tell you right now the 16 teams will participate from 8 associations. So we are already in the round of 16, and these teams are looking for a spot in the quarterfinals. So we're getting ready. We're getting started in a few minutes as we see the Club Deportivo Aguila fans, and the teams are actually getting ready to get onto the field. Let me tell you something about Real Estelí as well, one of the big names of Nicaraguan football. They qualified to this tournament, winning the 2016 Apertura in the 2017 Clausura. So they are ready to participate in international soccer. 13 teams from Central America are participating and 3 from the Caribbean. In the case of Aguila, they qualified to this tournament without winning a championship or even without qualifying to the final in the Salvadorian tournament, but they qualified having the best aggregate record. So we're getting set here. Fans are getting anxious to see Aguila for the first time in international soccer since 2012. So a lot of excitement building up in Estadio Cuscatlán. It is important to mention, as we wait for the teams, that the second leg will take place on August 8th, next week, and the away goal rule is in place for these matches of CONCACAF League. We're getting information on the lineups, which have already been announced and will be presented to you in just a few minutes. The regulations of this tournament are somewhat typical of cup competitions around the world, in which the away goal, it is very important. Last night, Santos de Guapiles had one of the early records in that competition by scoring 6 goals against San Juan and Chablote. But not only that, not only they scored 6 goals, but they scored 6 goals from 6 different players. So that is really something that we're going to look in the years to come in this competition. The winner of this matchup between Aguila and Real Estelí will face in the quarterfinals the winner between Árabe Unido from Panama and Central F.C. from Trinidad and Tobago. We're seeing a pretty good crowd getting into Estadio Cuscatlán, even though this is not the ideal scenario for Aguila, that usually plays the home games at Estadio Juan Francisco Barraza in San Miguel. But due to renovations and international football regulations, they are now playing the home matches of the Scotiabank CONCACAF League at Estadio Cuscatlán, a beautiful venue with a lot of history in Central America and CONCACAF. It looks like now we are ready to get started. We're going to listen to the sights and sounds from Estadio Cuscatlán. there they are. It looks like we are all set to get started from Estadio Cuscatlán. We would like to welcome you all to the Scotiabank Concacaf League, to the match, the first leg between Real Estelí and Club Deportivo Aguila. Both teams are coming from the start of the regular season in the local tournaments. Aguila comes from a tie against Sonsonate, and Real Estelí comes from a great result, a 5-0 result against Deportivo Ocotal. Here are the lineups for Club Deportivo Aguila. Richard Dixon is the goalkeeper. Jair Ibarguen, Freddy Espinosa, Víctor García, Marvin Hernández Ramos, Javier Lescano, James Cabezas, José Ortiz, Darius Mansor, Walter López, and Daniel Hernández. The coach is Jorge Casanova. So far, the home advantage is pretty noticeable for Club Deportivo Aguila. As we mentioned before, they have not seen their team participate in international football since 2012. The officials for tonight are Damian Parchman from Jamaica, Ricardo Ack from Belize, Nicholas Anderson from Jamaica, and the fourth official is Kevin Morrison from Jamaica. So we're getting set. We see Elmer Mejia, the Modern, very well-known player in Nicaragua and in all Central America for all the great things that he has accomplished in Nicaraguan soccer. One of the first players that believed in Nicaraguan soccer more than a decade ago. As we see the lineup for Real Estelí, Henry Alberto is the goalkeeper, Luis Fernando Copete, Gastón Pagano, Lucas Rodríguez, Manuel Rosas, Carlos Chavarría, Aviacan Smith, Elmer Mejía, Francisco Paz, Marlon López, Gregorio Torres, and the head coach is Ramón Ruiz. Head coach Ramón Ruiz is born in Nicaragua, and he was also a coach for the national team from November of 2015 to November of 2016. The substitutes that we see: Benítez Rugama, Sánchez, y Polio. As we get underway here from Estadio Cuscatlán, the Scotiabank Concacaf League is now a part of El Salvador. First couple of minutes of the match, we're going to look into what Aguila brings to this game, especially knowing that they are at home and that they need to win this match, or at least tie, without allowing an away goal. So we'll see the attitude that the home team brings to this match in the first couple of minutes. So we can see the first foul of the match. First free kick, Marvin Ramos is getting ready to send the ball right into the box as the first minute comes to a close. Marvin Ramos with the center into the edge of the area, and the difference appears. Marvin Ramos gets ahead with the ball. He loses the ball and the goals. Chavarría with the ball, looking to send across to the back post. Chavarría plays to the middle, and the shot by Gregorio Torres, but the defense stays put. And here comes the counter attack for Club Deportivo Aguila. Looking to play to the right. Santos Ortiz with the ball. Copete keeps a close eye on him. Ortiz with the ball and plays back. Plays back with Daniel Marquez, appears. Here's the combination. Back to Ortiz. And the defense controls the ball. Looks like the counter-attack will be the measure, the one option for Real Estelí. linked up with two very young players, Carlos Chavarria and Ariel Smith. As we see the ball going into the edge of the box, looks like a handball right there, and yes, it is a handball. Damian Parchment from Jamaica calls the handball, and we'll have a free kick. As we see the replay, the cross comes to the edge of the box. The control is no good, and the ball hits the Escopete with the ball. One of the experienced players for Real Estelí, who was part of the Nicaraguan national team that played the Gold Cup just a few weeks back. He's actually born in Colombia, but he has been playing for a while now in Nicaragua and is eligible to play with the national team. He's 28 years old and played last season with Comerciantes Unidos in Peru. Both teams very organized so far, very clear on what their intentions are. Club Deportivo Aguila knowing they're going to have the possession for most of the match, and Real Estelí waiting an opportunity in the counter-attack with two young players that will look to take advantage of their speed. As we see here, the header, and Smith goes for the ball, but the defense controls with all the space and all the room in the world for the Aguila defender. There's some more possession going through the left. Victor Garcia loses the ball against Ariel Smith. Victor Garcia now recovers the ball and sends the ball through, and it looks like a handball again. And this looked a little bit more intentional. As we see the first collision of a match between two Central American teams that are looking to win for the first time in this new format of Concacaf competition. A little bit of contact right there between James Cabezas and the defender, but it doesn't seem like much. And there it is, the first yellow card after consideration by the referee. Comes the first yellow card of the match for James Cabezas, 33-year-old with experience in the Copa Libertadores and Copa Sudamericana. Gets the first yellow of the match. Both of the teams have participated before in international soccer, but they have yet to win a match. For Real Estelí, this is the 7th appearance in international soccer when it comes to Concacaf, and for Aguila, it is the first one since 2012, but they won a Concacaf title in 1976. A lot of contact in the middle of the pitch. The referee needs to keep a close eye on players in the middle of the pitch so that this doesn't get out of control. Another foul in the middle. And it is Ibar again that controls the ball and passes. There's the long ball. Now Real Estelí manages the ball in the middle of the field. The balls that goes through, looking for Chavarria, and there's contact. There's contact right there with Daniel Marquez. And I believe it's a foul from Chavarria that was looking for the ball through. We can clearly see what the intentions are of Real Estelí as we see the replay right here. Chavarria gets to the ball first, but Marquez appears from the back. Here's Ibarguen. Ibarguen to the left with Umansor. Umansor is looking for options. Victor Garcia. Victor back to Richard Dixon. Richard Dixon with the long ball. Looking for Santos Ortiz. But first the defense with Lucas Rodriguez. Lucas Rodriguez plays back to Elmer Mejia. Another foul in the middle of the pitch. Here comes the ball to the left side of the pitch. Denis Umansor. Denis Umansor looking. And he found James Cabezas, who appears to control the ball again with the hand. James Cabezas gets the ball in the box. Passes. And here appears the coverage from Da Silva. Lucas Da Silva gets the ball and gets the foul. Very active, both teams. Very aggressive on the ball in the first 10 minutes of the match. If we look at the history of Club Deportivo Aguila, as we see Chavarria in the area, he's about to shoot, he takes the shot. Chavarria with the first opportunity with the room to take the shot and puts it over the bar. So far the strategy is working for Real Estelí. They are playing in the counter-attack and they are getting the opportunities, the one-on-ones with the defenders of Club Deportivo Aguila. Dixon with the ball, passes to Ibarguen. Ibarguen again to Dixon. The pressure is coming high as well at times from Real Estelí. Here's the coverage in the left. From Paz. Who was Pagano. The Uruguayan. And now here comes the throw-in by Daniel Marquez. Daniel Marquez with the throw-in, looking to the edge of the box. The header by James Cabezas. Now it's Umansor with the ball. Umansor looking for Victor Garcia. Victor Garcia. And the ball goes through the side. And another throw-in. Garcia. Garcia to Cabezas. Cabezas can't control the ball. And Copete hits the ball out of the way and back to the Deportivo Aguila side of things. 11 players for Real Estelí defending right now. As we all expected in the first 15 minutes of the match, they will try to get a goal and set the tone not only for this match but for the series. Here comes another throw-in, and it's going to be Denis Umansor. Denis Umansor looking in the area. Ortiz with a header. Umansor with the ball, trying to get a combination that would put them with a clear chance inside the box, but there are so many players for Real Estelí in the box that at some point they're going to have to look for long-range shots. Another foul. So far, very impressive the job that Ariadner Smith and Carlos Chavarria have been able to do, winning in the one-on-one and creating this type of fouls that allow Real Estelí to get away from their goal. As we see another long ball here, going through the area. Walter Lopez loses the ball, but apparently there was a foul. Walter Lopez is not the starter for this team. Benji Villalobos is the actual starter for this team, but he's out with an injury suffered during Gold Cup, and he's still recovering from the injury. He's the one player that is missing from Club Deportivo Aguila as we see the replay. Chavarria once again. There is some contact right there, and that's the foul. Lopez tries to go for the ball, but the referee already had made a decision about the foul. He looks to be okay, and he will recover. This is Walter Lopez, one of the up-and-comers goalkeepers in the Salvadorian First Division. He's 25 years old and played last season with Pasaquina, 20 games with Pasaquina. So he's now playing with Aguila. Benji Villalobos will be back soon after that unfortunate injury he suffered in Gold Cup 2017, just a few weeks back. Now here comes again Aguila. Aguila through the left with the long ball. Looking for Javier Lescano, the Paraguayan, who gets the first corner kick of the match for Club Deportivo Aguila. We'll see how they decide to manage the set pieces. It looks like Marvin Avila, the 23-year-old, Marvin Ramos, is going to take the corner kick. Marvin Ramos with the corner kick, the middle of the area, and there's another foul as Chavarria intended to start the counter-attack. Tactical foul, sort of. First objective looks to be accomplished by Real Estelí with the first 15 minutes of the match, and the result is still 0-0. Club Deportivo Aguila was founded in February of 1926, 91 years ago. The clásicos for Club Deportivo Aguila are against Dragón from the same region in San Miguel, as we see the ball getting into the box. Cabezas passes to Victor Garcia. Victor Garcia back to Cabezas, and Copete neutralized the effort by the Colombian. Another foul in the middle of the pitch, and the fans are starting to get a little bit anxious with the decisions of Danian Parchment. We're coming to you from Estadio Cuscatlán in San Salvador. And here's a chance for Chavarria. Chavarria with the ball. And the right coverage appears from Santos Ortiz. Chavarria couldn't control the ball after the first matchup. The one-on-one he had against Ibarguen, he was successful. But from the back appears Santos Ortiz, sending the ball to the corner kick. Another opportunity for Real Estelí. Here comes the corner kick. And Richard Dixon sends the ball out of the box. The shot from outside, way over the bar, and another goal kick. Club Deportivo Aguila played some international football in preseason as well. They play against Olimpia from Honduras, and they ended up losing that match 2-0. Olimpia is one of the 16 teams qualified for the Concacaf League, so it was a pretty good test for Jorge Casanova's team. out of the roster that Club Deportivo Aguila presents for this tournament. Benji Villalobos, Edwin Sanchez, and Victor Garcia were all part of the El Salvador national team that played the Gold Cup under Eduardo Lara, the Colombian coach that is starting a new era in El Salvador. Long ball from Jairi Barguén. Lescano was looking for that ball, but couldn't get the rebound. Now it's time for another foul, or more like a throw-in. There appeared to be some contact in the left. Copete with the ball. Copete will look for Mejia. Edgar Mejia sends the long ball, but the defense is able to neutralize. A lot of contact, a lot of hard tackles so far, in the middle of the field especially. Club Aguila trying to build an attack mainly from the left side of the field. As we see another foul in the middle and some reaction as well from Marvin Ramos. And here it comes, another yellow card. Very lazy yellow cards for Club Deportivo Aguila in the start of the match. First it was James Cabezas with unnecessary contact. And now as we see the replay, there is contact right there between Lopez and Marvin Ramos. And it is that reaction that gets Ramos the yellow card. The second one of the match for Club Deportivo Aguila. In the 20th minute, we'll see how Club Deportivo Aguila manages the rest of the match, as they cannot continue to get lazy yellow cards. In this case, the foul was in favor of Club Deportivo Aguila, but it is that reaction that gets him a yellow card. As we see the singing and chanting, typical of the Central American teams. The Kamikazes from Nicaragua have also made the trip to support Real Estelí. And it looks like Lopez will be okay. Marlon Lopez. And here's gonna come another free kick. We'll see if they decide to go with the long ball. No, they play with Freddy Espinosa. Freddy Espinosa looked to open to the right. Daniel Marquez. Daniel Marquez looks for the right combination. Marvin Ramos with the ball. Marvin Ramos plays it to the right. Is it gonna come across? Well, there comes an intention of a through ball, but the goal was not accomplished right there. And the ball goes through the end line. And we're gonna have another goal kick as we see Ramon Olivas, the coach for Real Estelí. As we mentioned before, Ramon Olivas, coach for Real Estelí, a very successful coach for Real Estelí, 49 years old, born in Nicaragua, coaching Real Estelí since 2011, won the league 8 times, and managed the national team from November 2008 until December of 2009. The national team in Nicaragua is now managed by the Costa Rican Henry Duarte, and they just accomplished one of as we see the center and the header, and it goes over the bar. The header by number 6, Lucas Rodriguez. It appears to be that Real Estelí is taking advantage of set pieces. This is not the first time that we see a good shot. As we see a long ball, Victor Garcia chases, but it looks like Copete is going to control. Victor Garcia puts the cross in the net. Goal! Well, it appears there was a foul before by Daniel Parchment. As we see the replay, Copete that couldn't control. Garcia appears to win the ball, but it goes over the line. It clearly goes over the line. And after that, nothing counted. We still have to wait for the first goal of the match as we pass the 23rd minute. Club Deportivo Aguila and Real Estelí are still tied. No goals so far in Estadio Cuscatlán. Mansor plays back. The center back, Richard Dixon. Dixon with experience in the Central American ambience, playing also in Honduras with Platense. Garcia looks for Lescano. Lescano plays back to Marvin Ramos. Marvin Ramos opens up to the right with Daniel Marquez. Back to Dixon. Dixon will look for the long ball. Now he plays to the side with Victor Garcia. Victor Garcia through the middle, trying to make the connection and loses the ball. Gregorio Torres sends the ball to Marlon Lopez. And Marlon Lopez puts it back for Gaston Pagano. Gaston Pagano opens up through the left. And now it's Chavarria with the ball. Chavarria controls, looks for options, and finds Lucas da Silva. Lucas da Silva to the middle again, and then back. Elmer Mejia to the left. And there appears the strong presence of Jair Ibarguen, who controls the ball and then kicks it out of the way. Real Estelí is getting settled. A very experienced side. A lot of the players that are on the field right now for Real Estelí have played before in international Concacaf tournaments. Carlos Chavarria, Gregorio Torres, Manuel Rosas, Marlon Lopez, they have all experience. As we can see the cross, and the defense clears one more time. A very experienced side for Real Estelí. Many of these players also have experience with the national team. From the Club Deportivo Aguila side, a very inexperienced side when it comes to international football, not really when it comes to the first division in El Salvador. Another throw in from Francisco Paz. Francisco Paz was looking for a Regner Smith, and he receives a foul from Richard Dixon. We'll see if another long ball comes from this foul. Kevin Morrison giving instructions, asking the player, asking Victor Garcia to move back. Copete with the ball, looking for Elmer Mejia, the captain tonight. Elmer Mejia with the long ball, looking for his teammate Gregorio Torres. Gregorio Torres cannot control the ball, and again here comes a long ball. Copete to Lopez. Lopez cannot, loses the ball. And here comes Lescano, but then again Copete controls the ball, cuts that ball through. Poor control. in the middle of the field. And here comes trouble. It is. What a nice ball. And the shot! A tremendous opportunity for Real Estelí. It was Carlos Chavarria that takes the ball from the left side of the field and then sends a powerful shot that Walter Lopez sends to the corner kick. A great opportunity for the Nicaraguan side, looking to score for the first time in Concacaf League. So far, so good for Real Estelí. Knowing what they're doing, following the plan, and understanding that this is not a 90-minute match. Here it comes across, and here comes the header! So close! Again for Gaston Pagano, who wins in the air, and the hitter barely gets in. Walter Lopez had nothing to do with it, as we see the replay here for the previous play. It was Chavarria, and what a save. Just an incredible save. Look at Chavarria, the control. He doesn't even look to the goal, but takes the shot, and Walter Lopez sends to the corner kick. Very impressive on both sides. Not only Chavarria with a great one-on-one play, but also Walter Lopez. A one-hand save, sending it to the corner kick. Little by little, we see how Real Estelí is a lot more compact on defense and taking advantage of the counterattack. Here comes the response by Santos Ortiz. Santos Ortiz takes the shot. Chavarria. Chavarria looking for Torres. Torres does not get a clean touch of the ball. And we're going to have another throw in. Getting close to the first half hour of the match. Ortiz, the header. 30th minute from Estadio Cuscatlán in San Salvador, El Salvador. Still no goals. As we see the ball through, and the coverage perfectly executed by Denis Umansor, one of the few players of this Club Deportivo Aguila with experience in previous Concacaf tournaments. 37-year-old, 44 games last season, a lot of experience for Denis Umansor. So far, so good for Daniel Patchman. After a rough start, 2 yellow cards, and everybody settles down. Another long ball. And here's going to come a throw in. Daniel Patchman was part of the targeted advanced referee program during the 2017 Gold Cup, so a lot of connections to the Gold Cup in this match. Da Silva with the ball in the middle of the pitch, opens up to the right. Elmer Mejia to Marlon Lopez again with Da Silva. Now Copete with the ball. A lot of space for Marlon Lopez. Marlon Lopez opens up to the left. Here comes the cross. Great cross! But Chavarria gets there. Or it was Ariagner Smith. Gets 2 seconds too late and cannot control the ball. Francisco Paz with the throw-in. Francisco looks for Ariagner Smith. And Smith controls the ball, receiving a close mark. Passing back to Copete. Copete opens up to the left with Manuel Rosas. Rosas back to Copete. Copete looks through the middle, and he sees Da Silva. Da Silva to Torres. Torres gets in the box. There's some contact. And the referee says, no, sir. There's no foul. And Freddy Espinosa clears for Club Deportivo Aguila. As we see the replay, Gregorio Torres controls the ball, and there is a contact, minimal contact by Freddy Espinosa, but not enough. There's not a foul there. Another good decision by Daniel Parchment. Espinosa with the ball, opens up to the right with Santos Ortiz. Ortiz cannot control the ball, but Marquez sends the ball to the back post, and the header! Javier Lescano, so close to scoring the first goal of the match. Across to the back post, and the Paraguayan with a header, and just over the line, Henry Maradiaga responds and sends the ball to the corner kick. Another cross. The controlling the edge, but it gets out of reach as we see the replay. The cross is going to come from Daniel Marquez, and Javier Lescano with the header. What a great opportunity. The best we have seen so far from Daniel Marquez and Javier Lescano. A great combination, a great header in the back post, and just a spectacular save by Henry Maradiaga. As close as you can get in the 34th minute for Club Deportivo Aguila. That would have been a goal of historic proportions. First goal for Club Deportivo Aguila since 2012 in international soccer, and the first goal for a Salvadorian team in Concacaf League. But Henry Maradiaga said, no, sir. As we get into the 35th minute, 10 minutes left in the first half. Cabezas looks for the ball, and Copete, who appears to be everywhere on the defensive side of things. Doesn't matter where Aguila goes, Copete is right there. Now it's Lopez. Marlon Lopez with the ball, looking for Gregorio Torres. But Ibarguen appears. Ibarguen passes to Lescano, but Lescano loses the ball to Da Silva. Da Silva with the ball through. Too strong. And Walter Lopez will control the ball. One great opportunity so far for each side, and on both occasions the goalkeepers have been on point with spectacular saves. Walter Lopez on a Carlos Chavarria shot, and then Henry Maradiaga on a header by Javier Lescano. Da Silva with the ball. Da Silva plays to the right with Francisco Paz. Da Silva gets the ball and sends it forward where Smith was looking for it, but with Ibarguen and Dixon on the way, it was impossible to get. Marvin Ramos with the ball. He has a yellow card. Opens up to the right for Denis Umansor. Denis Umansor loses the ball, and here comes the counter attack. Chavarria with the ball. Chavarria looks to take on 3 defenders. We'll see what he gets out of this. And it's a corner kick. Excellent coverage by Jair Ibarguen, who sees a mistake from a teammate and goes and provides the correct coverage of that play, especially knowing what can Carlos Chavarria do with space. And now we have another corner kick. 37th minute. Estadio Cuscatlán. No goal so far. Gregorio Torres, the Mexican, to take the corner kick. It goes to the back post. Too strong. It appeared to go out of bounds. But the referee says no, still. Elber Mejia couldn't control the ball in the other side of the field. And we're gonna have a goal kick. Marvin Ramos with the ball. Ramos to Dixon. Dixon with Ibargüen. Ibargüen plays with Mansor. Mansor pulls the ball through. But Elmer Mejia clears. Elmer Mejia with Da Silva. Da Silva with the long ball. Looking for Chavarria. Now it's Mansor. Mansor in the middle of the pitch with Freddy Espinosa. Espinosa looking for Santos Ortiz, but he cannot control the ball. We're going to have another throw-in. This time it's going to be Daniel Marquez. Daniel Marquez plays to the back with Ibargüen, who is 24 years old. Played with the Colombian under 20 national team. But again with the long ball. Looking for Deris Umansor. But he can't reach. And we're going to have another goal kick. The nickname for Real Estelí is the Train of the North, El Tren del Norte in Spanish. And they have certainly looked like a train when it comes to the counterattack. With the speed of Chavarria and Smith on top, as we see another long ball looking for Chavarria, but Ibargüen appears and controls the situation. Again, Ibargüen with the ball, looking for Marvin Ramos. Marvin Ramos is going to look to the left side of the field, and there it is. Umansor. Umansor plays to Garcia. Garcia with Ramos. Ramos sends it back to Garcia. Garcia, great combination so far. The Bears played of the match, and the ball appears to go a little bit too long for James Cabezas, who was looking for the first opportunity for him on a one-on-one. As we see the replay, and he's going to be in offside position as well. Both of the attacking players for Club Deportivo Aguila were in offside. Lescano couldn't control the ball, and James Cabezas was offside as well. As we see another contact between players typical of international football. There's no room for mistakes for the Club Deportivo Aguila players, who already have 2 yellow cards in the first half for incidents outside of regular play. Gaston Pagano looks for Chavarria. Chavarria plays in the middle of the pitch. Pass for Copete. Copete is going to send the long ball to the left side of the field for Estelí. But a great coverage by Daniel Marquez. And another foul. We're getting close to the end of the first half. So far, so good for Real Estelí. Both teams are looking for the first win in a long time, especially for Real Estelí. It's the first win in case they ended up winning this match. It would be the first win in international soccer. A great moment for Nicaraguan football.
Garcia with the ball. Can't control. And Marlon Lopez now controls the ball for Real Estelí. Estelí for Gregorio Torres. Gregorio Torres opens up to the left. The one-on-one against Chavarria. Chavarria, the cross. There was no one there. Ariadne Smith was not close. The service was not good. This is the first matchup between Club Deportivo Aguila and Real Estelí. But it's not the first time that Real Estelí faces a Salvadorian team. Gregorio Torres with the ball. He has room. He tries to put the ball through, but it is Ibarguen who appears. And now here comes Club Deportivo Aguila. Cabezas. Cabezas to the right with Umansor. Umansor passes the ball to Ramos. Ramos returns to Mansor. To Santos Ortiz. Ortiz for Cabezas. Cabezas back to Ortiz. Ortiz will look for Lescano. Look like a handball. There's no call from the assistant referee. And now there's call of a foul. That foul was on Manuel Rosas. Was just covering the ball. Manuel Rosas, one of the players from Real Estelí with previous Concacaf experience. He's 33 years old. This is Gaston Pagano, 28-year-old player who scored, by the way, in the win against Deportivo Ocotal during the weekend. A long ball, and Dixon clears. Marlon Lopez in the middle, passes to Elmer Mejia. Elmer Mejia opens up to the right with Francisco Paz. Francisco Paz to Marlon Lopez. Marlon Lopez intends a pass. It doesn't do the right thing. And now here comes the counterattack. The ball intended to Lescano, but guess who appears? Copete. Copete with the ball. Now opens up to the right. And Ariadne Smith, the 18-year-old, who played only 12 matches last year, but he started against Deportivo Ocotal, and he's a starter tonight for the first time in international soccer. One more minute, starting now until the end of the first half. Da Silva with the ball, passes to Elmer Mejia. Elmer Mejia, Pagano. A long ball to Carlos Chavarria, and it is good. This is a great opportunity. Carlos Chavarria with the ball. Carlos Chavarria, Ibarguen very close and takes the ball away from Chavarria. Experience of Ibarguen, and here appeared to be another clear chance for Club Deportivo Aguila, but Damian Parchment says there's a foul. Last seconds of the first half. Pagano. Pagano to Lopez. Lopez tries to push the ball through. And Walter Lopez appears. Looks like this is going to be it for the first half. And that is it. Damian Parchment signaled the end of the first match, the first half. No goals between Club Deportivo Aguila and Real Estelí. So far, a great result for the Nicaraguan side. We'll see what the message of both coaches is at halftime. We'll have
And we're back with highlights. A very interesting first half for Club Deportivo Aguila and Real Estelí. Both teams making the first appearance in this new Concacaf League. 16 teams, all looking for one title to become the champions of the Central American and the Caribbean zone. Here are some of the highlights of the first half. Chavarria, very aggressive. A lot of contact in the middle of the pitch. 2 yellow cards so far. We saw the first one from Cabezas. And here's the second one from Ramos. This is as close as the fans at least thought that they would get to a goal. A great save here by Walter Lopez. And this also a great save by Henry Maradiaga from the header of Javier Lescano. Both teams very active, very aggressive in the middle of the pitch, and a good job as well by Damien Parchment from Jamaica. The referee, as we see the stats, 59% for Aguila, 41% on possession for Real Estelí. We see one corner kick for Club Deportivo Aguila. A total of 6 shots. 4 of them, 6 shots for Estelí, 2 for Aguila, 2 for each on goal. So far, so good for Real Estelí, who is looking for an away goal. We'll be right back with the start of the second half. as we see the that a substitution will come in as we get back into action here in Estadio Cuscatlán. For Real Estelí, the first substitution of the match, coming out number 11, Ariadne Smith, and coming in Franklin Lopez. Rather interesting decision for Ramon Olivas after what appeared to be a good first half for Ariadne Smith. And we're underway, second half here in Estadio Cuscatlán, as Club Deportivo Aguila tries to get on the attack in the first minute of the second half. First substitution of the match, Franklin Lopez with number 15 comes into the match, and Ariadne Smith, the 18-year-old who got his first opportunity in international soccer, now is back on the bench. Overall, a great presentation by the youngster. We'll see what Franklin Lopez can bring into the table. Of course, a more experienced player, also a scorer past weekend in the win 5-0 against Bogotá. Here comes the shot by Cabezas from long range and hits the post. Cabezas! What a shot by Cabezas from outside the box. A great opportunity for Club Deportivo Aguila, who looks to get on the scoreboard early in the second half. Another cross, and Henry Maradiaga keeps the ball. What a great opportunity. Now Chavarria with the ball. Chavarria couldn't get through. A great coverage by Daniel Marquez. As we see the replay here, Cabezas takes a shot, left-footed shot, nothing to do for Henry Maradiaga, but the post was right there for the Nicaraguan side. And we're still tied, folks. Aguila a lot more aggressive in the start of the second half, knowing that they have to win tonight to gain control before a second leg in Estadio Independencia in Estelí, Nicaragua, that is going to be rather challenging. Garcia with the ball. Garcia with the cross. Lescano controls in the box, but Elmer Mejia clears. And there's another foul. A great start so far for Club Deportivo Aguila, as Gregorio Torres tries to start the counter-attack for Real Estelí, but rather gets fouled. Now Lopez is Copete. Copete pushing the ball forward, looking for Manuel Rosas. Fouls. Daniel Marquez insists the first yellow card of the match for Real Estelí. We're gonna see the replay. The challenge didn't look good. We'll see it from another angle, as Daniel Marquez appears to be okay. Here comes the replay. They both go for the ball. Oh boy. There's an elbow in the face of Daniel Marquez. That's a borderline red for Manuel Rosas, but Damian Parchment determined that it was a yellow.
Here comes another long ball. Defense of Real Estelí stays put. Chavarria. Chavarria to Lopez. Lopez Torres. Torres now looks for Chavarria. Controls, and there's a foul. Very impressive what we're seeing from Carlos Chavarria, 23-year-old. Participated, as we see the replay, there is some minimal contact right there. But Jair Ibarguen sells it very well. It did not appear to be a foul, but it was for Daniel Parchment, and that's all that matters. Oh, it appears that it was a previous foul. Here's Torres. Torres with the free kick to back post, and now there's a foul from Luis Copete over Jair Ibarguen. The Concacaf League started last night. The first match tournament history took place in Estadio Rommel Fernández in Panama, where Estelí F.C, with a lone goal of Guillermo Sierra, defeated Honduras Progreso. Later that night, Santos de Guapiles scored 6 goals from 6 different players against San Juan Jablote, who responded with 2 away goals, which give them some sort of chance for a second leg next week. But it is going to be a tough task for San Juan Jablote. Aguila looking for the first goal. Here Cabezas. Cabezas trying to make the wall pass. The connection right there with Victor Garcia. But the ball goes too long and straight to the hands of Henry Maradiaga. Appeared to be a foul right there. And it is a foul. Now the Concacaf League continues tonight, of course, with this matchup that we're watching from San Salvador in Estadio Cuscatlán. But also we're gonna see Portmore United, Plaza Amador, Latense from Honduras will face Alianza from El Salvador in Estadio Excelsior. And tomorrow, Central FC will face Árabe Unido at Hazley Crawford Stadium. Walter Ferretti from Nicaragua will face Belmopan Bandits at Estadio Independencia, which is the same venue that Aguila will visit next week. And the big matchup of this round of 16 of CONCACAF League will take place tomorrow at 8 p.m. in Tegucigalpa, Estadio Nacional Olimpia Alajuelense. Here comes the throw-in. Cabezas try to control, but Lescano fouled Elmer Mejia before. So that is the schedule for the CONCACAF League in the first 3 days of action. Next week we'll know the teams that advance to the quarterfinals. The final of the CONCACAF League is scheduled to take place in October of 2017. And the winner would get a shot at the CONCACAF Champions League next year. As we get to the first 10 minutes of the first half, we see Aguila on the ball a lot more aggressive, and Real Estelí looking to gain possession of the ball a little bit more, with Franklin Lopez now in the middle and Gregorio Torres in a more of an attacking position. Lopez. Lopez with Elmer Mejia. Loses the ball. Long ball from Deris Umansor. Deris Umansor for Lescano. Lescano looking for Cabezas, but Maradiaga gains control of the ball. Now here comes Estelí. Rosas. Rosas looking for Chavarria. Ibarguen clears. One more time for Rosas. Rosas for Lopez. Franklin Lopez looks for Chavarria. Controls the ball. For Rosas. Rosas intends to return the pass for Chavarria. But one more time. Freddy Espinosa appears for Club Deportivo Aguila. As we see the substitutes getting ready. Shortly, we'll let you know what the options are for Jorge Casanova and Ramon Olivas. But first, the cross. Appears Chavarria in the box. Controls. Ibarguen is right there. The center. And the shot that never comes. And here's Victor Garcia on the counter-attack. Victor Garcia for Lescano. Lescano on a one-on-one with Copete. Lescano gets inside the box to the edge. But Da Silva appears to control or to intercept the pass. And then Elmer Mejia clears. We're coming to you from Estadio Cuscatlán in San Salvador. 56-minute Club Deportivo Aguila and Real Estelí. First appearance for both teams in Concacaf League. This brand new tournament that provides an opportunity for Central American and Caribbean teams not only to participate in international football, but to be successful at it. Ibarguen. Santos Ortiz to Ibarguen, and now it is Marvin Ramos. Marvin Ramos opens to the left with a lot of space for Deris Umansor. Umansor looks for Victor Garcia. Garcia loses on the one-on-one, but retains possession. Now it's Elmer Mejia with the ball. Passes the ball to the wide left. Manuel Rosas controls. Rosa for Franklin Lopez. Lopez to Pagano. Pagano to Lopez. And the first touch. Very risky. And now Henry Maradiaga sends the ball to the middle of the field. Torres was an offside position. And the assistant referee advises Mr. Parchment on the infraction. The second substitute is getting ready, and it is Sebastián Acosta for Real Estelí. Santos Ortiz with the ball in the middle, but couldn't fight the connection. Da Silva looking to the left, and here there Lopez controls and plays the ball back, being a lot more careful. Real Estelí right now. They appear to be in between. They don't know if they should go for the goal or if they should just take advantage of the possession to waste some more time. Santos Ortiz to the right, the cross. Copete clears one more time. Ortiz get a second chance. Here comes the cross to the area. The header by Lescano. But first Elmer Mejia. One more opportunity. Umansor again. Copete not good to control. And here comes another shot from outside by Victor Garcia. Francisco Paz prevented the ball from going out of bounds, allowing Club Deportivo Aguila to have a corner kick. The intensity is rising for the home team. Mansor with the ball, and the ball through. Ahora Copete appears. Lopete with the ball. And here comes the clearance, and looks like Real Estelí is in trouble right now. Club Deportivo Aguila is looking for that goal. Very organized, very aggressive on the offense. So first touch right here for Marquez. Marquez, the center. That is no good. And we're gonna have a goal kick. It's the perfect time for Ramon Olivas and the second substitute will be coming in. It's Sebastián Acosta who's gonna come in, jersey number 14. Sebastián Acosta, and will be coming out Lucas Rodríguez da Silva. So only one more substitute left. One more substitution for Real Estelí. Edgar González, Naum Peralta, Ricardo Bocanegra, Elvis Pinel, and Brian Garcia are the options for Ramon Olivas. Ball is in the middle. First opportunity for Acosta. Acosta will take the shot. We're gonna have a corner kick. Very aggressive mentality in the middle of the field for Acosta, who takes the shot on his first opportunity. In soccer, there are no considerations. Club Deportivo Aguila has been the best team so far in the second half. But the first goal could come pretty much anytime, and it could be in this corner kick. Torres. Torres to Rosas. Rosas to the back post. And Walter Lopez controls the ball. Very good execution of set pieces so far from Real Estelí. They haven't found the goal, but they know what they're doing. And here comes Club Deportivo Aguila one more time. The long ball, looking for Cabezas. Cabezas takes the shot. That goes wide. James Cabezas, Colombian, try to take the shot, but it goes wide from the goal of Real Estelí. Maradiaga plays to the right with Elmer Mejia. Here comes the long ball. Elmer Mejia looking for Torres. And it's Marvin Ramos. Not very sharp on the passes, both teams. We have to remember, both teams are coming from preseason. They have only played one game each in the first division tournaments in Nicaragua and in El Salvador. Torres with the ball. Torres for Lopez. Lopez, and it's back to Torres. Torres for Manuel Rosas with space. Passes. Chavarria. Chavarria to Acosta. In the center. Almost goes through, but Walter Lopez again with the ball. This is the third opportunity for Real Estelí against Salvadorian rivals. They faced Atlético Marte in 1991 They lost 3-0. And then they faced, in a more recent matchup, FAS on 2003, and they lost that match as well, 2-1. Here comes the first substitution for Club Deportivo Aguila. Comes in with number 17, Jefferson Polillo. Jefferson Polillo with number 17. As you see, another foul. And Ortiz, Santos Ortiz, is now out of the match. As we see the replay on the foul by Gaston Pagano over Cabezas. It's gonna be Marvin Ramos to take the free kick. We'll see if it goes straight to goal, or he sends the ball to the box. We'll see what the instructions are from Jorge Casanova. It appears to be too far, but we'll see. We can be surprised by Marvin Ramos. 66 minutes. Marvin Ramos take the shot. And Henry Maradiaga, without a problem, take the ball. This is the round of 16. Coming to you from Estadio Cuscatlán in San Salvador. Still no goals between Club Deportivo Águila and Real Estelí. Marlon López. López for Acosta. Acosta plays with Pagano. Pagano. Franklin López. Franklin López opens up to the right for the captain, Elmer Mejía. Elmer Mejía look to the wide right. And here comes another long ball by Marvin Ramos. Marvin Ramos for Umansor. Ramos and the shot! The shot for Javier Lescano. Another great opportunity for Club Deportivo Águila. All that time in the world to take the shot. And it goes over the bar. As we see the replay. And it's going to be Garcia who controls right here. Garcia look for Lescano, who tries the shot right away, but it goes over the bar. The best opportunity so far for the home team in this second half. Acosta tries to recover the ball, but with the foul over Marvin Ramos. Here comes Aguila through the left one more time. And he finds Cabezas. Cabezas on the one-on-one. Takes the goalkeeper, Maradiaga. Cabezas could not get past the goalkeeper. Crisis averted by the visiting team. Here comes Rosas. Rosas is starting the attack. Finds Chavarria with space. Here comes Ibarguen. Ibarguen wants to stay close. Chavarria likes that. It's too strong. The Colombian is too strong. And strips the ball away from the young Carlos Chavarria. Now it's Garcia with the ball. Garcia for Espinosa. Espinosa with Polio. Polillo. Right to the right by Manuel Rosas. It's right there. Daniel Marquez for the throw-in. We'll see how far he can take it. There's Lescano. Cabezas with a shot. A foul on the previous play by Lescano. Was going to be remembered for that opportunity a couple of minutes ago. With all the time and space to control the ball and take a shot on goal at least. As we see Freddy Espinosa, who appears to be injured. We see the throw in from Marquez, and there's some contact from Lescano over Copete. This appears to be serious right here. Freddy Espinosa, 25 years old, 17 games last season. He appears to be hurting. There was no contact on the play. He felt something on his knee and just went to the ground. So we hope for the best. The substitute is getting ready to come into the match. As we see Freddy Espinosa very tough moment for the young player. We hope for the best. Again, there was no contact on the play. He went for the ball, but he did not make contact with anybody else and just stopped and went to the ground. As we see it right here, Copete passed the ball and there was no contact right there. He felt something, his left knee, and now he's out of the match. We wish the best for Freddy Espinosa. As we see number 5, Wilson Rugama, who's coming into the match. Both teams have one substitute left. Rugama with number 5 comes in. As we see Espinosa getting the attention outside. Chavarria. Chavarria! There was some contact right there, but not enough. Chavarria gained possession. And then the contact from Ibarguen came from the back. We're gonna have to see that one again. Garcia. Garcia looking for Ramos, and Ramos was Acosta with the foul. Ramos wears number 7, but looks like a 10 for Club Deportivo Aguila. Mansor. Mansor in the left. Now Garcia. Garcia couldn't control. And Lopez recovered for Estelí. Lopez for Acosta. Acosta with the long ball. Looking for Chavarria. Chavarria with space. Again with the one-on-one with Ibarguen. We'll see if this time Carlos Chavarria wins it. He looks to pass the ball. And here comes the cross. But no one's there. The rebound for Acosta. Acosta takes the shot. That goes wide. But Marvin Ramos touched that ball. As we see the last play in the box with Chavarria, who appears to gain possession. And there is some contact right there. There is some contact, no doubt about it. Now, if it's enough or not, it comes down to Mr. Parchman. And he said no. Here comes the last sub. It appears that Torres will come out of the match. It's a non-written rule sometimes for coaches not to make substitutions prior to a corner kick, but they do it this time. Here comes the corner kick to the back post. No one's there. So comes into the match Naum Peralta. Peralta comes into the match in place of Gregorio Torres. Gregorio Torres, one of the international players for Real Estelí, was born in Mexico. 31-year-old, 40 games last season. Peralta, who is 22 years old, young talent for Real Estelí. And here's Franklin Lopez with the shot from long range. Now Peralta with 22 years old, 18 games last year, and 4 goals. So he's no stranger to scoring. Apparently in that shot by Franklin Lopez, the defender touched the ball, and we're going to have a corner kick, another opportunity not only to score, but to give a breather to the defenders of Real Estelí, who in the second half have been working in hard. Here comes the corner kick. And Lopez tries to clear, and the shot by Acosta. Very, very dangerous by Walter Lopez, who cannot control. And here's the shot by Franklin Lopez that originated that corner kick. There appeared to be some contact with Rugama. And as we see another foul here. Now Peralta is going to need assistance. Was very close to scoring right now, just a couple of minutes after getting into the match. Very close to scoring after that corner kick for Real Estelí. We see some of the Club Deportivo Aguila faithful in the stands enjoying this Concacaf League match. As we said before, they have been waiting a long time to see their team participate in international football. Last time the Club Deportivo Aguila played international football was 2012. That's a long time ago. And now they have another shot. And they don't have exactly the best results when it comes to international soccer, so they're looking for a win tonight. Here comes Acosta. Acosta with the shot! And the post says no. What a shot by Acosta from long range. Wow, impressive shot by the midfielder. As we see the replay one more time, look at the shot. Look at the curve of that ball. Wow. An impressive shot, nothing to do for Walter Lopez. Very close for Real Estelí. And here's another foul. And Marvin Ramos, who has a yellow card, is not very happy with the amount of fouls that Real Estelí have been able to commit without seeing a yellow card. Dixon to Ibargüen. The Colombian Ibargüen looks for a Polillo. Polillo cannot control it. Now it's Carlos Chavarria with the ball. Now with the away goal rule, you can see it both ways so far this this result. 0-0 will allow Real Estelí to go to Estadio Independencia, as we see some contact right there. It's Acosta, Sebastián Acosta. Now this result would allow Real Estelí to go to Estadio Independencia and look for the win. They will still be obligated to win the match on August 8th, as we see the long ball with Chavarria. Chavarria in the 1-on-1. He's looking to get in the box. Chavarria will take the shot. No, he will pass the ball. Here comes the shot! By Marlon Lopez. The defender one more time appears at the right moment to send the ball to the corner kick. Very nice response by the Nicaraguan team after a great start of the second half for Club Deportivo Aguila. They have been able to neutralize the effort of Club Deportivo Aguila. Marlon Lopez so close. This time Chavarria did not look to finish the play himself, but to help out a teammate. And it was almost Marlon Lopez who ended up scoring tonight for Real Estelí. Franklin Lopez to take the corner kick. Franklin Lopez. The ball goes out of bounds. Franklin Lopez, a 36-year-old player, 37 games and 1 goal last year. And guess what? He has played 16 games in international soccer for Real Estelí. As we see the last stop of the match. James Cabezas will come out, and with number 10 will come in Edwin Sanchez for Aguila. We'll see what Edwin Sanchez can do in the last minute, the last 10 minutes or so. Ibar again, so far winning the duel against Carlos Chavarria Lopez. Trying to do a little bit too much, the goalkeeper. 2 occasions right there. Polillo with the ball, trying to push Aguila to the attack. Here's Acosta again for Real Estelí. Acosta to Rosas, Rosas to Chavarria. Chavarria with Ibarguen again. Chavarria with the cross and the shot. It looked like a cross, but it was a shot. That goes high. Seven minutes left for Club Deportivo Aguila. Umansor looking for Lescano. Lescano looking for space. He can find it. Sanchez couldn't gain control of the ball. Lopez to Marlon Lopez. Franklin Lopez to Marlon Lopez. Now it's Dixon with the throw into Ibarguen. Ibarguen to Marvin Ramos. Marvin finds Victor Garcia. Victor Garcia with a nice touch. Victor Garcia trying to push the ball through. Polillo. Looked like a handball from Copete, but not enough. Here comes Umansor. Here comes the cross from Umansor to the edge of the box, and the header. Oh, and there was a lack of communication right there. And here we have a corner kick. We have a corner kick in the 84th minute. Manuel Rosas did not communicate well with Henry Maradiaga. And here comes a corner kick. And it's going to be Edwin Sanchez taking the corner kick for Aguila. Sanchez, a header from Copete, clears. Now here comes the counter attack. It's Chavarria. Chavarria on the one-on-one. Looks for Peralta. Peralta commits the foul. What a great job by Daniel Marquez. A great effort by Daniel Marquez, who stays back and wins the one-on-one against Naum Peralta. Just what a defender is supposed to do right there. Wins the battle, and no problem for Club Deportivo Aguila. '85th minute. Manuel Rosas looking for Lopez. Acosta with the foul. We'll see if Club Deportivo Aguila sends the ball to the box. No, it appears that Ramos, there was not a proper distance right there for Sebastián Acosta. Between Acosta and the ball. '86th minute. Here's Pagano with the ball. Real Estelí is certainly utilizing that experience in the international level. This is a team that finished in the top 5 of the Nicaraguan First Division every year since 1986. They are no stranger to this home and away matchups. As we see the Real Estelí faithful, the Kamikaze, made a trip from Estelí, and so far they should be very happy with what they're seeing. Here Franklin Lopez coming out of the match with an injury. We see the replay. There is definitely some contact with Polillo. Well, Franklin Lopez gets the worst of it, and he's now receiving assistance. So Estelí is no stranger to the big stage. In 2004, they eliminated Real España from Copa Interclubes. Real España, one of the big teams in Honduras, just like Club Deportivo Aguila is one of the best teams in El Salvador. Last minutes, coming through the left, Victor Garcia sends the cross, and Pagano clears one more time. Ibargüen opens to the right with Daniel Marquez. Daniel Marquez for Polillo. Polillo plays back with Marquez, and now it's Ibargüen with the ball. Ibargüen for Dixon. Here's Sanchez. Sanchez opens up to the left. Here comes the cross. Here comes the header! Goal! Garcia with the header, and Club Deportivo Aguila leads 1-0. A great play by Club Deportivo Aguila from the left,
And the header by Victor Garcia. At the right moment, the cross from Umansor and Victor Garcia putting it all out there for that ball. The bounce, the post, and the net. Victor Garcia scores for Club Deportivo Aguila in the 89th minute. Here comes Estelí with Chavarria. Chavarria commits the foul over Umansor, who ends up with the assist in that play, and we're going to play 3 more minutes. 3 more minutes for Club Deportivo Aguila to look for the second goal and pretty much take control of the series, or for Real Estelí to find that away goal and go back to Estadio Independencia with a tie. We'll see. 3 more minutes. Long ball. Walter Lopez. Umansor with the throw-in. Cap. Umansor looking for Garcia. Franklin Lopez recovers, and now here comes the counter-attack. Acosta. Acosta. The ball passes through, but right to Dixon. Dixon to Garcia. The goal scorer. The hero so far for the home team. Marvin Ramos. Marvin Ramos opens to the right for Daniel Marquez. Daniel Marquez back to Ibargüen. Ibargüen. Marvin Ramos. And now Dixon. Dixon plays back to Walter Lopez, and it looks like Club Deportivo Aguila is happy with the goal. They don't want to risk it, and they are just waiting for Real Estelí to come out and look for the ball. Umansor, great cross on the goal. Great play by Mr. Victor Garcia. Mr. Goal. Victor. He's gonna take his time. 45 seconds left. Looks like Club Deportivo Aguila will finally win in the international stage. A long time coming for Club Deportivo Aguila to compete internationally. The fans that showed up to Estadio Cuscatlán, looks like they are going to go home happy. Umansor. Umansor for Garcia. Garcia with the cross and the header by Ibargüen. Elmer Mejia clears. And here comes Chavarria. Barrugama. Now with Franklin Lopez. Franklin Lopez to the left. And that's it. It's over. Club Deportivo Aguila with a goal by Victor Garcia and an assist by Deris Umansor wins their first match in the Scotiabank Concacaf League. A great result for Club Deportivo Aguila and Jorge Casanova. As we see the Kamikazes not very happy with the last 5 minutes of the match. Club Deportivo Aguila overall had a better second half and found the prize right in the last second. As we see the excitement in the stands. This is the Scotiabank Concacaf League. We got some drama, some great soccer tonight.
from Estadio Cuscatlán. As we see the players from Real Estelí who put out a great effort, but at the end of the night it was not enough, and they will have another opportunity August 8th in Estadio Independencia. They will need to score 2 goals to advance and not allowed away goals. As we see the Club Deportivo Aguila players coming off the pitch, very excited about the end of the match. They only need a tie.
So the final score, Club Deportivo Águila 1, Real Estelí nothing. My name is José Armando Rodríguez, and on behalf of the entire staff working for you, we thank you for joining us. Have a great night.
La victoria para Club Deportivo Águila, que les dejó